Thanks to the support as a channel member, Ryan Duffy. Goran, it's all well and good you saying you've restructured our debts. I'm looking through the books. There's still £300,000 missing. That's not okay, though. I am going to worry about it. Your voice sounds really familiar. Hello and welcome to part 12 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we might get promoted. We probably won't. We're in rotten form, but that's kind of secondary news to this. I now have experienced going into administration for the first time and experienced what happens when you go into administration. I've had a message from Goran Pavlov, club chairman, Bourne restructure debt. The club has successfully negotiated the restructuring of all our remaining debts. Our new financial position will ensure we remain competitive force in the future. It's a detailed message, Goran. Thank you very much. If we have a look at the finances and try and work out what exactly that means, our debt got as big as 742,000 at its worst. Our balance is now reset to zero. Fair enough. We then go and have a look to see what's going on the debts and the loans, and we have a company voluntary arrangement at 225,000, which we're repaying at £27,000 a month for the next 15 years. Now, the problem we've got here, I mean, if you're wondering how 750, whatever it was, goes to 225,000, we're paying back like 30p on the pound for every part of our bad debt that's gone wrong. And weirdly, companies have agreed to do it and agreed to this repayment structuring, which just doesn't work. Oh, in fact, no, that's the interest payable. It's 1.4k per month. That's actually more doable. £1.5 a month. For a second there, I read it as 27 grand a month. So if we have a look at our expenditure, our monthly expenditure is not disastrous. It's certainly not player wages that have caused the problem. £33,000 in player wages this season, against a club income this season of 137,000. So our wages are comfortably within our income. We're only paying like 20% of our income on wages. Bonuses in there as well. Staff wages are expensive. I'm a big part of that problem. I'm taking about 40,000 of that 56,000 in staff wages because Pavlov's massively overpaying me. But the big issue, once again, is this other, the miscellaneous. 666,000 of miscellaneous expenses such as advertising, supplies and other general expenses. We've only spent £359 on that this month. If we can stop wasting hundreds upon hundreds of £1,000s on other money laundering, Mr. Pavlov, maybe, and just have our 1.4k a month that tucks in here somewhere, we might be okay. I still expect our projection to not be too pretty. As you can see, I don't know that it will necessarily be that bad because that suggests things are going to be no better after the restructuring, which indicates that 666,000 is going to be something that happens every season. And if that's the case, we're just going to be going into administration every year, restructuring every year. But luckily, it seems like the league structure doesn't punish you for going into administration. We've had no points deduction. There's no mention of financial irregularities in the rules. There's no FFP. It's a Kev dreamland here in the United States of America. What is less of a dreamland is our form recently. Since the last episode where we lost to Rhode Island, and we'd also lost to Atletico at the start of the episode as well, we then drew against Atlantic City, lost to Orange County, lost to FC Mulhouse Portland, and then finally picked up our first win in ages against Torch, thanks to a couple of goals from Prince Fletcher. So what was once a dominant position is now looking like this. We're level on points at the top of the league with Tormentor 2, 79 points apiece. We've got a 5-goal advantage on the goal difference. Rhode Island are lurking 7 points behind. Hopefully the gap is significant enough that they're not going to catch us. I certainly don't think the title is a foregone conclusion or even automatic promotion. We've got a couple of games today. We're going to play Lansdowne, Yonkers and Elm City. If we don't pick up a couple of wins, we've potentially got a little bit of a problem. It's not actually match day. I just wanted to show you that stuff first. We're going to jump forward now to match day and fingers crossed pick up some wins and secure this promotion, because getting promoted will help, I think, with the finances. So, must-win game then against Lansdowne Yonkers, and this is our team. We're going with Kotleyarov in goal. I need to get rid of him because I've never been able to say his name. Logan, Brook, Neeson, Garlic at the back. Luther in midfield with Bates and Briones ahead of him. King and Huyan out wide, and Fletcher up front, leading the line. We need goals from Prince Fletcher today. No goals and probably no title. I think we should get promoted either way, even if the wobble continues. We should at least be getting promoted. And it just said there, a win today could guarantee us at the very least a playoff spot, which would be fun, because the playoffs, as we saw a little bit of during the transfer special last summer, the playoffs are nuts. They involve lots and lots of teams and multiple rounds and go on until about August. Prince Fletcher's just put us 1-0 up after 6 minutes, though, and we don't want to have to worry about playoffs. Playoffs are for losers. We want to go up as champions once again. Second place is fine, but we want to go up as champions once again. Going up as champions is fun. Luther does well to receive the ball there, turn nicely, gives it to Bates. Bates with a very, very simple through ball, and Fletcher is in to put us 1-0 up. We need to be keeping an eye on what Tormentor 2 and Rhode Island are up to. Rhode Island in particular, Tormentor, are likely to just go win for win with us for the rest of the season. Even if we keep winning, they just seem to be a very, very good side. But Rhode Island are the ones that if they drop points while we gain points, that's how we secure our automatic promotion. 40 seconds after Fletcher scores the first goal, and we've won a penalty, and he's got the opportunity to put us 2-0 up. And look at all those Bourne fans crammed into the space behind the goal there. It's Fletcher to put us 2-0 up, less than 8 minutes gone. And this is exactly what we needed today. Get ourselves back into some kind of form after a real rotten spell that we had. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that the rotten spell did coincide with when the financial situation was at its very worst. We are still officially in administration. I don't know how long we stay in administration for, considering we've now sorted out the voluntary arrangement. The bank balance seems legit. It seems fine. It's zero. Surely we don't stay in administration for the next 15 years while we're paying off the arrangement. Surely. But certainly the bank balance seems to have cheered Prince Fletcher up, because he's just got his hat trick inside the first 20 minutes of this game. It's been so much action so far. We've not even been able to check in on what's going on with Rhode Island. They're drawing 0-0 away against Brooklyn currently. Tormentor, I think, are winning. I cut back to another highlight before I had a chance to confirm their scoreline. Meanwhile, we've gone 4-0 up. What a difference that company voluntary arrangement was made. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say in a Football Manager video. Coming from my previous life as a financial advisor from many years ago, I never thought I'd say company voluntary arrangement again. But there you have it. It's now an active part of the series, which is weird. Tormentor are losing 1-0 at home against Junior Lone Star. So at the moment, this is what the top of the table looks like. 9 points clear of Rhode Island, 3 points clear of Tormentor. The goal difference is getting better all the time as we are accumulating the goals in this match. And this is looking very promising when it comes to our title hopes. King plays it through to Fletcher, who tried to slot it through to Briones, who was charging through. But I don't even know who we're playing. Yonkers, their defender, was wise to the run that Briones was on. He's watched the scouting tapes. But Fletcher's picked the ball up again. Fletcher is up for it today, has the shot from miles out, and it goes miles wide, as you would expect. But 4-0 at half-time, can't really ask for more than that. And especially if the results in the other two games continue to go our way, Rhode Island have now had a man sent off as well, then this could be a very, very good day for Bourne Football Club USA. Tormentor still losing 1-0 at home. Rhode Island still losing 1-0 away. This is all good stuff, and it's Huyan playing the ball forward, looking for Fletcher. And Fletcher, it's 2 against 1. Fletcher's the one, but you back him. And he's gone past both of them and stuck it in the back of the net. A 41st goal of the season for Prince Fletcher. I cannot believe this man was playing second fiddle to Kevin Smith, not that one, last season, because Fletcher, playing up front on his own this year, has scored almost as many goals as the two of them combined did last year. Who needs 2 strikers? You just need one really, really good one. Checking in on the other results, Rhode Island still losing. Tormentor still losing. This is huge for us at the moment. Let's have a couple of substitutions. Huyan can come off. I'm going to take off Briones as well. And we'll also... we're just going to do the third while we're here. Maybe we won't. We'll just do that. We'll take off Nice. That'll be fine. So 5-0. 15 minutes to go. Rhode Island and Tormentor both still losing. Rhode Island have just equalised against Brooklyn. I mean, it's not a disaster, but it's a bit of a pain in the trousers. Ball forward from Valdez from the free kick. But King has given the ball away there, and now Yonkers have the chance for the counter-attack, and they're actually getting on with it and countering some attacking, which is unacceptable, really. And they've managed to open up some space on this right-hand side. Maybe doing a triple substitution when we were so in control wasn't the brightest idea I've ever had. But, you know, sometimes you got to do stupid stuff or it wouldn't be as interesting. I will find a way to justify it. Fletcher's in again. Can he make it number 5? Of course he can. 5 for him, 6 for us, 42 for the season for Fletcher. It's a 10 out of 10 performance. It might be one of the best centre-forward performances I've ever seen in a YouTube video. I think he was 5 points behind in the top goal scorers charts in the Atlantic League going into this game. This performance should have drawn him level unless the other guy has also had a lovely day. But I think he played for one of our 2 promotion rivals, and as they're not exactly reigning in the goals, I suspect that Fletcher is going to be sitting pretty at the top of the top goal scorers charts come the end of this match as well. Kotleyarov collects the ball comfortably from the cross. We'll take the final whistle now, ref, unless we think Fletcher's got a chance for a double hat-trick. I don't think I've ever had one of them before. He's shaking off the defender. Fletcher is in, and I think the mention of a double hat-trick got us all a little bit overexcited. He has scored 5, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. I'm just checking that he'd got 5 of the 6. Fletcher now with the corner. It comes back to Fletcher again. Can he score from there? You wouldn't rule him out. I'm tempted to take him off corners for the last few minutes just to get him into the penalty area a little bit more. But he scored 5 goals without having the benefit of set pieces, which anyone who's watched my content for a long time knows I love a set piece. Fletcher doesn't need them. I mean, he did score a penalty. We'll give him that. King is in here. If he can square this to Fletcher, this could be his double hat trick, which I think is a Steam achievement as well, one which I've probably never got. But it doesn't look like it's going to be happening today as we are running out of time. Tormenta did lose, I think. Rhode Island ended up drawing, looking at the bits and bobs at the bottom there. So that means the league table, if it eventually completes through to show us the league table. I've skipped past it now because I pressed the button too many times. The league table now looks like this. So we're 2 points clear of Tormenta, who did they? Oh, they did come back to draw in the end. So both of them rescuing draws. So 9 points clear of Rhode Island, 2 points clear of Tormenta, with 5 games remaining? 5 games remaining. We can't win promotion in this one. I am tempted to play a couple of games off camera rather than stringing this out into 2 episodes. Let's get to the match where we can win promotion and wrap the season up today. I think that's probably best. Well, we picked up another win, and then off the back of the win, we've officially come out of administration now. Another message from Big Goran. Bourne strengthened financial position. The club can happily confirm that we've exited the administration process after a deal was struck with creditors. A new chairman? Goran Pavlov's plans to run the... Is this Goran Pavlov too? Plans to run the club on a sound financial footing were approved. The club is now in a position to refuse and negotiate transfer offers again. Bourne have notched up 3 straight wins, blah, 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 blah. So apparently Goran Pavlov is our new chairman, even though he was our previous chairman. And nothing's really changed. The finances are exactly as they were when we went through them at the start of the video. We've already gone back into overdraft again. And I imagine it's going to continue to be pretty messy going forward. We're even still declared as an insecure club. So Goran Pavlov is he's getting away with things a little bit here. But that's what the league table looks like. 4 games to go now. I think we can secure promotion in the next game. But I might wait for the game where we can secure the title because promotion is just about there. I want to lift the trophy in a video. Well, after some iffy form, it's taken us all the way through to the last day of the season. And we did get promoted relatively comfortably as expected. We're 2 points clear of Tormenta going into the final day. Things are looking pretty good. You can see that's the run of form we had. That's where we dropped some points, which is why it's been strung out as far as it had. Prince Fletcher got 4 goals again in that game. And you can see he is currently top scorer in the division, but might not end up as top scorer in the division because he's just left. Like yesterday. We've already won promotion. Prince Fletcher has gone to play for the Tacoma Stars in the US National League Division 2, which I think is tier 6 or 7. So I can kind of understand why he's gone. They're paying him money. It would have been nice to keep him here for the final day, but Prince Fletcher is gone. We need a point, basically, on the final day to secure the title. And the guy who's going to be leading the line for us is Stephen Stone, who's played twice for us before, both off the bench, and he's never scored. We just need a draw. We'll be fine. We're going with Kotljarov in goal, a back four of Logan, Brook, Nice and Garlic. Kay at the base of the midfield, Luter and Briones ahead of him, King and Valdez out wide, Stone up front. We have had offers in for Briones, Nice and Kotljarov as part of this. Weirdly, the transfer window opened again a game before the end of the season. And because they're all on non-contracts, several of them nearly went, but everyone else turned down the moves to the other clubs. Whereas Fletcher, presumably because there was money put on the table and it wasn't just another team in Tier 9 offering him a different non-contract, Fletcher did move on. So job number one for the transfer special tomorrow is going to be... it's going to be a new striker. We have had our budgets through for next season, though. As soon as we secured promotion, we got the budgets. Still no transfer budget, but we've got £2,400 per week in wage budget. We're currently spending £2,000 a week. So the whole issue around the youth players getting in the way of wage budget stuff is gone. We're going to try again to bin some of those off anyway, and shuffle out some of the non-contract players who aren't going to get anywhere near the team. And fingers crossed, put together another strong squad over the summer. Financially, things definitely looking a lot better. Administration might end up being the best thing that ever happened to us. Thank goodness we're at a level where administration isn't even a big deal. It happens all the time. It's to be expected. This is a problem, so I do want to win the title. I've deliberately not shown you promotion day because it was a bit anticlimactic. It kind of just happened. But I've not shown you that because I wanted to show you fireworks going off. I wanted to show you us winning a title again, but we're leaving the door open for Tormenta here. Although it doesn't seem like they've stepped through it just yet because we're still showing us top of the league. But it is going to be interesting. Now we're forced to score a goal, and we no longer have Prince Fletcher. So that's Kevin Smith and Prince Fletcher, who between the two of them have scored 100 goals for us in the first two seasons of this save. They're now both gone, and the guy up front has never scored for us. So it's not the ideal situation. Tormenta are away from home and still 0-0. I didn't get to check who they were actually playing before it brought us back into another highlight, but it's another highlight where we're defending. Although Briones gets it clear to Stone, who turns and runs, and he's got King outside of him on the left-hand side. King gets past his man, enters the penalty area and has a shot, which I think the goalkeeper has saved and pushed behind for a corner. He has. 20 minutes on the clock. We've got a corner. It's an in-swinger from Valdez. Nice is there, but it ends up going behind for another corner. We're going to have another go at this. Hopefully another in-swinger to that near post. That's exactly what it is. Brooks there this time. But again, they get it clear and we're under the cosh a little bit. But Luter is there to come across with a crunching tackle, but he needs to do another one. And he's tripped over on the way to do it, but still makes it there for the tackle. And then safe and nice and safe, tier 9 goodness, just launches it into the top of the terracing just to make sure that there's no way he's going to give the ball away for a second time, because he realises he's in FM21 and winning a tackle is just not enough to get the ball, because you never know what might happen. That is shocking what we've done there. Utterly awful. Why has he kept the ball in? I don't even think it was going out for a corner, was it? Who was the last to touch this? No, not even going out for a corner. It's just going out for a goal kick. He keeps it in, but runs off the pitch, gives it to the opponent, who just crosses for an easy finish. We're 2-0 down. If Tormenta score, they're going to be champions. As it is, it's still 0-0. They're away against Milwaukee, who are down in 11th place. We just need them to bottle it, and we'll backdoor our way to another league title. We've backdoor Kev to plenty of league titles in our time, and I am certainly not against doing it once again. Luter to Logan. We could do with a goal now. We've gone attacking. Luter plays it into Logan, who's on the overlap. Stone's there in the middle and doesn't apparently know where the goal is, because he got a free header inside the 6-yard box and looked closer to hitting the corner flag than the back of the net. I don't think he's going to be the answer for us next season. He's still young, but then a lot of this squad are young. This is, I might actually throw the water bottle. I think that's the first time I've thrown the water bottle since the Leicester save, because it never works. But circumstances, this has been awful today. And probably sealed our fate by throwing the water bottle. Tormentor are losing, though. Milwaukee have gone 1-0 up over Tormentor. We are on the verge of backdooring it, which is just everybody's dream. We are going to bring Hu Yan on for Valdez on that right-hand side. Tormentor are now 2-0 down. Everything is going right all of a sudden. We're 2-0 down and we don't care. We're taking Stone off. He's rubbish. Hernandez is going to come on for him. Luther's going to come off for Bates. We just need to watch what's going on in the Tormentor game. I mean, there's not a lot we can do. I mean, we could try and grab a couple of goals. It seems very unlikely that we will. I'm going to berate the team just to continue with the anger that I showed at half-time, slinging water bottles around the place. Hu Yan back to Bates. Garlick's on the overlap. Garlick still has a lot of making up to do from his terrible piece of play to give away the second goal. It's a nice cross, but Briones can't finish it. Hu Yan's there, and he hits the shot over. Tormentor are 3-0 down. We've won the league, boys and girls. They're not coming back from this. They've bottled it harder than we've bottled it on the final day. What sweeter way is there to win a league title than doing a slightly smaller bottle job than the other team involved in the title race? Rhode Island are just watching on, shaking their heads, and they're flabbergasted that they've got to make their way through the playoffs if they're going to join us in Tier 8 next year. Atletico St. Louis have made it into the playoffs as well. It's all of the teams we've spent a lot of time competing with this season. 4-0 now to Milwaukee. I'm a Milwaukee fan. I don't even know where Milwaukee is. I assume it's somewhere in the United States of America. But I, for one, think it's a great place. They're a great team. We've picked up an injury. It doesn't matter. We've won the league with a 2-0 defeat. Beautiful stuff. Here is your animation, your confirmation that Bourne Football Club USA are champions of the Atlantic National League, and we are taking our way up to the podium where we're going to be presented with the trophy. There I am, pink suit, and getting ready for much excitement, and we are champions. Wonderful stuff. Oh, my word. We made that harder than it needed to be, didn't we? But it doesn't matter. We're going to get a Kutlyarov cartwheel now because we know we get cartwheeling goalkeepers whenever we win a trophy. Here he goes. That's a Russian cartwheel, boys and girls. And we are champions. And what on earth were Tormentor doing to lose 4-0 away from home on the last day? I mean, our result was pathetic enough, but my goodness me. But there is your confirmation that we have won the Atlantic League. I brought glory to Bourne. Goran Pavlov's happy. And our bank balance is back in the negative where it belongs. It's going to be a very interesting transfer window tomorrow. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.